Yes. Shh. Shh. What's up? Oh. 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 Oh, what am I doing? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Ow. Oh, I have to say, I had a very nice, relaxing day today, Nine Angels, if you are here. The reason the reason it was taking me a while. Hi, Icon. Hi, Single Mama's Drama. I just second place. The reason it took me so long, I was on here messing around backstage because I was trying to share an article, but I think it wasn't. Hi, Dallas. Hi, Uncut. I think it wasn't letting me because it was from the Daily Mail. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read it to you all. And I know you didn't heard about it today and all that, but I have some thoughts on this new confession. Yet another one. Oh yeah, Dallas, I saw later that you had asked about the Cindy Watts book. Um, excuse me. The only part that's out, I read. So the 5 chapters. Yeah, I don't believe it. I'm not buying it for a second. I think it's all BS. It doesn't make sense at all. I mean, a couple of things. And I hate even talking about it. Hold on while we're here. Single mama's talk. Hold on. I want to figure, you guys, I really need help with helping me turn off I don't know if oh, come on. Does it say that if super chats are on? Because I can't figure out. That's right, Dallas. I agree. It is on. Can someone help me? I've been trying to find where to turn it off. I promise. Like, I can't figure out where to turn off super chats. Oh, from a computer. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that while you guys are on here. Hold on. I'm going to move the screen. Okay. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Don't go anywhere. Let me see if I can figure it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out because I tried and come on, hold on. I want that out. Okay. Don't go anywhere, you guys. Oh, come on. Shit. Okay. Can you see me? Unfortunately. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out really quick. Again, I tried, but it doesn't even tell me like where super chats are or where to see how much it is. I don't know. So that's why I can't figure it out. Like, it doesn't say super chats turn off, you know? Let me see. It's just going to be a minute. Okay, customize channel. I'm going to go here again. If you guys can still see me, hi. Feature content. Sorry, give me a second. I don't want it on, so Let me see if I can figure it out again. Choose. It doesn't show anywhere where Super Chat is, you guys. Oh, hold on. Hold on. No, brush up your analytics. Okay. But what happens if I click this? Oh, that's just notifications. Okay. If I go to dashboard, let me see what it does here. Ugh, no, it's not showing me. It just says earn money with Super Chats. That's all it says. Ugh. I don't. Well, okay, just as we said before, just as we said before, just don't send super chats, okay? Until I figure it out. No money for you. You guys know. No. Not when it comes. You can toggle over the SC. I did, honey. It's not doing anything for. I can't figure it out. It's so frustrating. If somebody can tell me exactly how to do it, I mean, I haven't even had time to look it up. But just, we know. Just don't send super chats. Okay, that's all I can say. I can't. Until I can get it figured out. I'm new to all this crap. And I did try to look. No one tell on me. Okay. So I was trying to figure out even how to screen share, from my computer. And I got all discombobulated. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is just read it from my phone to you guys. But I'm really working on trying to make it so you guys can watch as I'm reading stuff too. So just bear with me. Like I said, I'm new to all the stuff that you can do when you gain more subscribers and your channel gets bigger and all that. So that's all I can do. So I'm going to go out of here and I'm going to go into the article and read it to you guys. And it's just the reason I'm going to read it is because, for one, so many other people are reading it and talking about it. And so also I have things I want to say about it because I'm not buying it. I'm just not. I think it's really odd how, and some of the terms he uses in his letter to that lady, whatever her name is, he wouldn't speak like that. And I want to know how in the world you could murder 2 children and they just wake up. You know what I'm saying? Did you guys know he got a deal to seal anything that pointed to premeditation? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean, honey? Betsy, hi. Hi, Connie. What do you mean? He got a deal. In the left menu, select monetization. The left menu's in the menu at the top of the main dash. Hold on. In the left menu, There's nothing that says monetization, honey. Nothing says monetization. Hi, Luann. Analytics, maybe? Mm. Dashboard. Let me see if I can. They need to make it easier to figure this out, you guys. Okay, let me try one more thing. Sorry. Really? Well, I don't think he did. Okay, it's just going to take me one more minute, you guys. Hold on. I got to do something. Hold on. Trying to figure this out here. Okay, stop it. YouTube. Okay, let me try it over here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so let me go to hold on. It has home, trending, subscriptions. Hold on, let me try something else really quick. Hold on. Go to my channel. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try something else really quick. No. You guys are learning something with me, you guys. Hold on. This is me in deep thought. There's nothing that says monetization, you guys. I don't want to watch later. Stop it. Oh, Lord. History, library, subscriptions, trending. That's it. Christian music. There's nothing. I don't see monetization. Settings. Let me try that. What kind of settings is that? Notifications, advanced settings. Okay, advanced settings. Let me see that. Delete channel, move channel. No, it's not there. Privacy account. Your channel. Membership. I can't see anything. Let me see if there's someone's telling me how to do it. Hold on. So, hey, we're all learning together, right? Let me see. We are. We're going to read it, honey. Okay. Well, I mean, you guys know that what I'm saying, so I'll really try to figure it out, but it's just might take me a couple days. So yes, I will get back to the letter. But everybody knows where my heart is and what I want and what I don't want. So that's all I can do. All right, let's get back to the letter. Okay. So we're going to discuss it because I, as many others I've seen, don't agree with this at all. So this is from the Daily Mail. If oh, Dallas, thank you, honey. Space Monster, do you know the link to the Daily Mail? I don't even know how to do that, but if you can put the link to the Daily Mail so I can give them credit. It says, exclusive. I remember her face getting all black with mascara. Chris Watts confesses by letter how he, and you guys, it's going to be hard. Please don't think this is easy for me to read, because it's not. I've already read it and gotten emotional about it. So Chris Watts confesses by letter how he squeezed his wife's jugular and had to smother his little girls twice after they woke to see mom's blood-filled eyes. Okay, for one, as you read the letter, it doesn't say that the girls saw that in the letter. It says that they walked in while he was wrapping her up in a sheet. So why is he trying to make it all, oh, this? No, there's so many things wrong with this, but let me continue. Family annihilator Chris Watts has made a chilling new confession that he murdered his daughters twice in a disturbing prison letter obtained exclusively by Daily Mail TV. Watts' letter below in its entirety lays out in grim detail how he attempted to smother his daughters, Bella 4 and Celeste 3, before strangling his pregnant wife, Shanann, at their home in Frederick, Colorado. But following the murder attempt, the girls woke up bruised and traumatized. So he said he smothered them first and then went back in to their bed, Shanann in his bed, and then, but then they hadn't passed away, that they both just magically came back to life. I don't buy it at all. And he's not going to say traumatized. Oh, they looked traumatized. That's not Chris Watts's language. Okay. Let me continue. Watts, 34, did not share the revelation during his multiple interviews with police and FBI agents following the murders in August of 2018. The letter was sent to Sherilyn Cadle, who struck up a correspondence with Watts after he was jailed. The letters and her one-on-one conversations with Watts in prison form the basis of her explosive new book, Letters from Christopher, that will be published on October 7th. Okay, Space Monster, I'll finish reading this up and then I'll do it. I don't want to make them wait any longer. Yeah, well, hi, Ivy, Claire Bear. I know. You do believe it, Ivy? Luann? I don't. Hi, Just Shelly. I don't believe it. And it's not because I don't want to believe it. You know, I am slowly studying my private investigating, and there's just certain demeanor, there's certain words, language, there's certain, you know, you can't be this way all your life and then become this like that and completely be a different person. Like, I understand some people snap, but he didn't snap. It's just, okay. In the letter, Watts writes, quote, August 13th, morning of, I went to the girls' room first. Before Shanann and I had our argument, I went to Bella's room, then Cece's room, and used a pillow from their bed to kill them. That's why the cause of death was smothering. After I left Cece's room, then I climbed back in bed with Shanann and our argument ensued. So, common sense, you guys, think about this. 2 other times, he is always stuck to that Cece went first. He's always said Cece went first. Well, now it's Bella. And now he was sleeping in the bed with her, but they had gotten in a big argument before any of this happened. It just, after Shanann had passed away, Bella and Cece woke back up. Okay, were they sleeping? Were they asleep? No, you supposedly smothered them and took their lives from them. They weren't breathing anymore. You murdered them. So what do you mean they woke back up? There again, you don't say that. Oh, I don't know how they did. They just did. No, you would have been like, what? I don't know what happened, but I thought I had murdered them, and both of them just came walking in the room. You know, you just don't talk like that. Okay. I'm not sure how they woke back up, but they did. And then listen to this. Bella's eyes were bruised, and both girls looked like they had been through trauma. That doesn't seem like language he would use. I mean, I don't know him, but come on. The guy's standing on the porch, rocking back and forth. I mean, he just didn't use that kind of language. It is ridiculous. That made the act that much worse, knowing I went to their rooms first and knowing I still took their lives at the location of the batteries. And then it shows here, hold on. It shows here, his writing, it's in his writing, the letters. And then here's the gal that wrote the book. Can you guys see her? And there's beautiful Shanann. Look at that. And then we have the monster and the other evil freaking monster. Okay, I'll show you more of those later. Okay. Watts also admits to concealing other facts from authorities that he would not talk about in phone calls from prison to prevent them from being recorded. Quote, I don't like saying stuff like that over the phone because I'm never certain when they will screen my calls, end quote, he wrote. He had previously claimed that it was a spontaneous outburst of rage that led him to kill his wife, who was 15 weeks pregnant with their son, Nico, and his daughters, so that he could be with his mistress of 2 months, his co-worker, Nicole Kessinger. Is Baby Blues here? Hi, Love Me Like Music. Hi, honey. Ooh, I like your new picture. However, he admitted in the letter that he had been plotting the murders for some time. Quote, August 12th, when I finished, this is sad. Okay, if this were true, come on. I mean, no. You cannot, I mean, murdering your children is in cold blood, but you know what I'm saying? You don't, you would think you would try to do it in the, lovingest way. I mean, that doesn't even make sense, but you know what I'm saying? August 12th, when I finished putting the girls to bed, I walked away and said, quote, that's the last time I'm going to be tucking my babies in, end quote. I knew what was going to happen the day before, and I did nothing to stop it, end quote. Again, hi, Michelle. Yes. Yes, Michelle, I do. Absolutely. Chris is dead inside. You guys, I do. I think he's covering for somebody. And I believe that somebody is NK. I do. And I'm wondering, da 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 da, I'm wondering if we're going to find out in that freaking book that she's had a baby or she was pregnant. I swear, there's some reason he's protecting her so much. Okay. He also confessed that he had slipped the potent painkiller oxycodone to his wife in the hope of inducing a miscarriage. Quote, I thought it would be easier. This doesn't make sense either. I thought it would be easier to be with Nicole if Shanann wasn't pregnant, end quote, he wrote. But if he was planning on murdering her, then she wouldn't be pregnant anyways. So there's things that just don't make sense. And slipping her a potent painkiller, I mean, I'm not saying this to bash her, but she used to take painkillers. So it's not, it's not that potent to her, you know. Watts took a plea deal to avoid the death penalty. After pleading guilty to the 4 murders, he will spend the rest of his life in prison and is currently being housed at Dodge Correctional Institution, Wisconsin. Watts, who had turned down dozens of interview requests and received hundreds of letters, appeared to respond to Cato's view that he could still make a difference in other people's lives and that his could be a story of redemption. But she did not sugarcoat the evil of what he had done. Quote, let me just say, the crime was horrific, so I'm not writing you to tell you how wonderful you are or that I want to be pen pals, end quote, she wrote in her first letter in February. The 65-year-old grandmother from Northern Illinois wrote 3 times before Watts replied. She subsequently visited him in prison 3 times, with each meeting lasting around 5 hours after he put her on his visitor list. Since March, she has spoken with him about 3 times a week on the phone. Their most recent conversation took place last week. After meeting in person, Watts decided to allow Cato to use his letters for her first book, Letters from Christopher, The Tragic Confessions of the Watts Family Murders. He agreed to the book in exchange for Cato's promise that she would publish his testimony of coming to God and the forgiveness he received. Through his letters, Watts also quashes any lingering doubt that Shanann was responsible for her daughter's murders, as he had falsely claimed to the police during his first interviews after the killings. Following the shocking letter about his daughter's ordeal, Cato said she was left with many questions, which Watts answered later in conversations. The 34-year-old described how he killed his wife in grisly detail and how he recalls how she looked moments before her death as he told her that he wanted a separation and no longer loved her. Quote, isn't it weird how I look back and what I remember so much is her face getting all black with streaks of mascara? End quote, Watts asked. Quote, all of the weeks of me thinking about killing her, and now I was faced with it. Hi Brenda. When she started to get drowsy, I somehow knew how to squeeze the jugular veins until it cut off the blood flow to her brain, and she passed out. You guys, seriously, take a minute and think about that. That picture of that. I believe NK's involved. Whether she came and helped him clean everything up, I believe she knew. I believe she covered everything up. I just believe it. He is a disturbing person. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people that, and I know Space Monster, you don't believe NK was involved at all, but I don't believe there's no way she could have been. Okay? They were together. They were together day after day after day for weeks. How, there's no way she did not know what was going to happen. She knew, and I don't care what anybody says, they can have their beliefs, but I can have mine. And I guarantee you, she knew. If she wasn't involved, she knew. And she probably helped him figure out how to do things. Yeah, Dallas. That was a woman with a ponytail. Yeah. So how are they? So another question I have is, who took some of those pictures they were in together that obviously were not selfies? I feel so bad for Frank, Sandy, and Frank Jr. Yes. Hi, Hurricane Holly. Hi, Blueberry. I believe, yeah. And she was probably right there going, do it, do it, do it. We can be together. And boy, you know what? I guarantee you, all the sex, when he got a taste of that, that's women who manipulate with sex and know exactly how to get to a guy, and they pick out a guy who is timid like he was. I don't care. Hi, Annie. Yep, Hurricane Holly, I do too. Absolutely. He didn't do this by himself. He didn't. There's no way. Nobody's ever going to convince me otherwise, unless, I don't know. Obviously, they're holding things back. So, they're not showing everything. So why? What is being held back and who's being protected? And when it comes to Mary Marlowe, until she got so far out and started saying things like, oh, Shanann was raped by many people, and, started saying all this sick stuff that wasn't true. She couldn't, it's like, that's when I just couldn't deal with her anymore. But I do agree with her that NK was involved. I do agree with that. And I don't know. I don't believe Trent Bolt was involved. I believe Trent Bolt was just a 15 minutes of fame guy. And same with that other Amanda chick that said, oh, we did it. I met him at the freaking parking lot of whatever that little restaurant was. Connie, I believe just the opposite. NK wasn't conned by Chris Watts. I believe that she conned him. She did what she wanted to do to get to him. And he went for it, obviously, but she knew, why'd she lie and say she didn't know he was married? That's a bold face lie. She knew damn well he was married. Too many people, too many mouths. Exactly. Okay. Sorry, you guys, I get sidetracked. Okay. So, okay, you guys, just brace yourself for this part, okay? I hope Weld County investigates the source of the oxy. And yeah, why isn't He's taken that to his grave. Why will he not say where he got the oxy? Could it be from NK who made that phone call to the, people at the to the people that were in that drug rehabilitation place? She spent, yes. That's because he tried to murder her with the oxy. But, okay, right. But where did he get it is what we're saying. Like, he had to Google it because he didn't even know what it was, like what it would do. So somebody gave him that oxy. And I hope somehow, if they're still investigating this, that they link it back to her and that she got it from somebody who's a drug dealer. Yeah, Brenda, right. People are saying, oh, that could have just been, a fluke. I think maybe, this is kind of far-fetched, but who knows? Maybe NK was interested in Thrive at some point, or came across, Shanann's Facebook or something and just saw what she had, and maybe she targeted her from 2017 and saw her husband and saw what a beautiful home they had and thought, you know what? And then they end up working together. Something's weird, you guys. Something's weird. They're working together, and then she Googles him. She Googled her. So it was NK who was after Chris first. So go Connie, go Connie. He got it from NK family. He will not give up the source. Right. So why? Why? Who's he protecting again? Hold on. Well, you know how, and I'm not saying Frankie would have had anything to do with it, but you know how it's been known that Frankie was struggling with some kind of a drug addiction. It could have been pills. And maybe when they went to see, remember when they went to he went to North Carolina for that week to meet up with Shanann and the girls. Maybe he stole some from Frankie, if Frankie had some at the house or something. What would they say if it's in Mom's cabinet? Yeah, Sarai. Yeah, she did have that neck surgery. And I want to know also why Nicole Atkinson asked if she was going to be arrested. And I want to know why there was a little makeup bag that went out to North Carolina, and then the cops wanted it back. That was really weird. What was in that bag that was so important, you know? Yeah, Frankie would tell if he knows that I guess they had some meds downstairs, in some plastic bins. Connie, that's funny. Okay, so this part, just brace yourself, you guys. Okay, so the last paragraph I read was, all the weeks of me thinking about killing her, and now I was faced with it. When she started to get drowsy, I somehow knew how to squeeze the jugular veins until it cut off the blood flow to her brain, and she passed out. I knew if I took my hands off of her, she would still keep me from from Nikki. I knew if I took my hands off of her, she would still keep me from Nikki. They asked me why she couldn't fight back. It's because she couldn't fight back. Her eyes filled with blood as she looked at me, and she died. I I knew she was gone when she relieved herself. But I'm not buying that, because that would have made, hi little queen. Exactly, Brenda. That would have left such a big, just big mess on the mattress. There were no stains. You can't get something like that out. You know what I mean? You can't. And the police officers took their lights and did, testing of the mattress and everything. The investigators. And she wasn't going to just. Okay, Watts said that to his surprise, da 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 da, his daughters came walking into the room while he was wrapping Shanann in a bed sheet and began asking what was wrong with their mom. He told them that she wasn't feeling well. Watts said that he tried to carry Shanann's body downstairs, but she was too heavy and he lost his grip. That I would believe. He ended up dragging her down the steps and then bundled her in the back of his truck. Watts told Cadel, the girls were just kind of running around the house and watching me with scared looks on their faces. Bella started to cry, and when she did, Celeste started whimpering. What a nightmare that was. See, this isn't the way he talks, you guys. Like, come on, what a nightmare that was. He would have said, wow, that made me really sad, or that it was the most devastating thing, or, just to say the way. And then here's his here's it him in writing. The whole, there's like 6 pages. He had, okay, hold on. Okay, okay. Okay. The 34-year-old described how he killed his wife in grisly detail and recalls how she looked moments before her death as he told her that he wanted a separation and no longer loved her. And then Cadel asked him about the claims that Watts gave his wife oxycodone, and he responded with conflicting stories, saying he had given it to her twice, once at her parents', again to try to cause a miscarriage, and the immediately, I think it's supposed to say, and then immediately before her death. He later contradicted himself and said he only gave it to her once. So what did he do? Here, honey, here, have an oxycodone. Like, no, how did he give it to her? You know what I mean? Hi, Nicole. There, yeah, Nicole, you guys, he talks about if he ever gets out. I don't know if you've heard that part, but you just wait. However, he admitted in the new letter that he had been plotting the murders for some time. August 12th, when I finished putting the girls to bed, I walked away and said, that's the last time I'm going to be tucking my babies in. I knew what was going to happen the day before, and I did nothing to stop it, he wrote. Watts said that to his surprise, his daughters came walking into the room while he was wrapping Shanann in a bedsheet and began asking what was wrong with their mom. He told them that she wasn't feeling well. Okay, so then it goes on to say, he later said, quote, I realize now the girls getting up and walking around may have been God's third attempt to stop what I was doing. Third attempt to stop what I was doing. He said that end quote. He said that his overwhelming feeling was being so mad that they were still alive. Can you imagine that, you guys? Being mad that your children were still alive? I don't exactly, Annie. Why? I mean, he knows that either side of the family would have taken those children. That's why the whole thing just doesn't make sense. He could have still had a life with the skank if even if Shanann did say, you're never going to see the kids again. Well, okay, I believe she would have said that. Yeah. So you kill them? Well, then why didn't you just let her take the kids? Because you were going to have to pay child support? I don't think that would be the only reason. I don't. Because between him and NK, Homewrecker, they would have made good money together. Hi, Save Robbie. They would have had a good life. They could have had a good life together. I mean, it's disgusting, but they could have had a good life together. So he didn't need to kill anybody, and not that I wished that he would have just killed Shanann. I'm not saying that, but it was between him and Shanann. Like, I don't understand why he had to kill. Why put the kids into play? Like, why did the kids have to come into play with this? If he would have given them to his parents or her parents and said, I don't want nothing to do with my kids anymore. I want a new life. They would have gladly taken those kids. You know what I'm saying, you guys? They would have taken the children. No questions asked, I bet. Especially the Ruchek family, Ugh. Okay. He then drove with his wife's body, her face and feet wrapped in garbage bags, and his two daughters to a remote oil field owned by his then employer, Anadarko. He had packed his lunch after he killed them. He packed his lunch. A shovel and rake, along with a gas can, which led the FBI to subsequently ask whether he was considering suicide. Quote, the FBI asked me if I was going to take my own life, and I told them I thought about it, but honestly, no, I wasn't going to take my own life, end quote, he told Cadle. Of course not. He wanted to do some bang bang with NK. He wanted to do the bow chicka bow wow. They're disgusting. Looking up nasty shit she wanted to let him do to her. Ugh. Mm-hmm. Dallas, yes. Annie, well, of course. Why couldn't he have just had the damn affair and then, whatever? Okay. He recalled that it took him an hour to drive to the site where he methodically killed both of his daughters. Annie, Annie, I mean, this isn't funny, but that was funny that, you know. Yeah, hi, boss. Yeah, he said he had to try to kill them twice. They both just magically awoke from being smothered. He just happened to get out of bed after he was in bed with Shanann. Oh, I think I'm going to go murder my daughters real quick. Oh, then go get back in bed with Shanann. It doesn't make sense, and it didn't freaking happen that way. I guarantee you. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Francis. No way. No way. Well, remember, you guys, they said he threw up and like lost his bowel, like everything at the site, too. Okay. Okay, this is the next part. I dumped Shanann on the ground. Then I walked back to the truck. And with the blanket that Celeste was holding, I put it over her head and smothered her. Watts squeezed Celeste's body through an 8-inch hatch in one of the oil tankers. Okay, this part, I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe how easily it was just to just let her drop through the hole and let her go. I heard the splash as she hit the oil. I mean, listen to what that says. I couldn't believe how easily it was to just let her drop through the hole and let her go. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it that this was easy for him. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He then relived for Cadel and in appalling detail how he killed his eldest daughter, Bella, after she had watched him murder and dispose of her sister. He spoke of his surprise that little quiet Bella had a will to live. Out of all three, Bella is the only one that put up a fight. I will hear her soft little voice for the rest of my life saying, "Daddy, no." She knew what I was doing to her. She may not have understood death, but she knew I was killing her. Dallas. Hi, A. Andrews. Yeah, yeah, I remember. It was about Mary Marlowe, remember? That's fine. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. You've left me recently. Yeah. No, I remember you thought that I was part of, what was it? Hacking or something. I would never do that. Yeah. You guys, I'm wondering, but you're welcome here. It's fine. It's not a big deal, honey. Thank you. Dallas, I think that's the thing. Because, like I said, something was going on with him. He was in some kind of freaking state of mind that, so he didn't snap because it was planned. He said, I knew I was going to do this the night before. He had it all planned out. So what, he planned it out by himself? BS. I'm not buying it. Count me in. Uh, what's her, Space Monster is trying to figure out for me how to do it, because I even came live and I was trying to do it on here and showed everyone. I can't find where to do it. He was in some kind of a trance. Yeah. Something. I don't understand it at all. I don't. It doesn't make any sense. And sure, he may have been the kind of guy who didn't really emotionally connect like my husband. But he wasn't the kind of guy that would just kill people, especially his family. So something was done to him, or something, to make him become that way. Annie, that's exactly how my husband is, whatever. I bet Cindy Watts is beaming over the latest prose Herlo author Chris has penned. Can't wait for the spin on this mess. If she would only get a clue to just be quiet and go away. Well, yeah, boss, it says in here that he had planned it. But now this is the third story he's told, and if he planned it weeks ahead of time, he had help planning it. That's my belief. Okay. He has repeatedly told investigators that his daughters were not alive when they went into the tanks, and that he had intentionally separated their bodies. I had to put the girls in the tanks so they wouldn't get up the second time, he said. He then turned to the task of burying his wife in a shallow grave. When I dug the hole, it seemed a lot deeper than it was. As I pulled on the sheet, she rolled out and into the hole. I think. Stop it. It's almost like now he's trying to make it. It's almost now like he's trying to make it sound as bad as he can, to seriously, Francis, about holding the hands in place. I believe it. That was the first thing I thought. It's almost though like he's saying it to make it sound as awful as he can, so that it takes all the attention away from anybody else. Okay. As I pulled on the sheet, she rolled out and into the hole. I think she had given birth. She landed face down. I remember being so angry with her that I was not going to change how she landed, he said. Yeah, something something was done to him. You can't, no way. The autopsy later confirmed that Shanann's amniotic sac containing the fetus was protruding from her vaginal area. Shanann's cause of death was ruled as strangulation, and the two girls were smothered. The report also noted that Bella and Celeste had crude oil in their throats, stomach, and lungs, after spending days in bottom of the tanks. Following these murders, and I thought for sure it said before, hi, Misery. So they climbed out of the second time he's seen them. Hi, Joy. Hurricane Holly, probably angry with her for whatever she did that made him angry or stuff feelings that he had for her. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Shanann probably wasn't a bitch to him, because I'm sure she was. I mean, there was videos and stuff you could see, but I mean, so what? Like, women are bitches to their husbands, spouses, you know, but there was more to it. I think that he felt like she belittled him, the way she spoke down to him, things like that, just different things like that. She controlled everything, the finance, everything. So in his mind, he was like just taking it all in. He was a yes, ma'am kind of guy. Just whatever. So that's probably what he meant, is he's been holding, and he probably has some anger towards his mother as well. And he probably took that out on Shanann and the girls. I believe it was all the women in his life, is what I think. Hi, Cinnamon. He gave control. Exactly. Hi, figure skating coach. I think, that's how my husband was. It's like I was the man of the house as well. It's like, it was in their lungs. They were alive when he put them in the tanks. I don't think the autopsy revealed that. I thought the autopsy revealed that they didn't have it. So either all right. Following the murders and the disposal of their bodies, Watts searched Google for the lyrics of a Metallica song, Battery, according to police records. Yeah, and why would NK ask him or tell him to listen to that song? Just out of the blue? Come on. The lyrics include the lines, "Lunacy has found me, cannot stop the battery, pounding out aggression, turns into obsession, cannot kill the battery, cannot kill the family." Cato asked him about the claims that Watts gave his wife oxycodone, and he responded with conflicting stories, saying he had given it to her twice, once at her parents' home in North Carolina to try to cause a miscarriage, and then immediately before her death. And then he later contradicted himself and said he only gave it to her once in North Carolina. I asked him where he got the oxy, and he told me that this is one of the things he will take to his death, Cato wrote. A few hours after he buried his family, Watts's alibi began to fall apart. He gave an awkward TV interview appealing for his wife and daughter's safe return. Surveillance footage gathered from his neighbor's home also showed Watts on the morning of the murders. He had backed his truck up to the garage, loaded up the vehicle, and driven off. Watts took a plea to avoid the death penalty after pleading guilty to the 4 murders. He will spend the rest of his life in prison and is currently being housed at Dodge Correctional Institution, Wisconsin. Watts had told the police, friends, and family that Shanann had run off with their daughters while he was at work, but the surveillance tape revealed no one but Watts had left the house that day. Frederick police administered a polygraph to Watts. Investigators say he came to the test in loose clothing and was wearing no wedding ring. Wow, he took his wedding ring off that fast, you guys. Wow. He took his wedding ring off that fast. Isn't that crazy? Okay. The polygraph test indicated Watts was lying and the tester confronted Watts with the deception. After a long conversation with his father, Ronnie, Watts admitted to killing his wife, but initially claimed that Shanann had killed the girls because he had told her that he wanted to end their marriage. Watts has claimed that he murdered his family so he could be free to be with Mistress Nicole Kessinger. Following the murders, Kessinger was reportedly placed in witness protection and is now living in a different state under a new identity. After Shanann and her daughters were killed, Kessinger contacted the police and spoke with them for nearly 2 hours on August 16th. Kessinger told investigators that she and Watts met at work and began talking outside of the office around late May 2018. A few weeks later, their relationship became sexual. She claimed that Watts had told her his marriage was over and did not mention his daughters or the fact that his wife was pregnant with their third child. Yes, he did, because it's in the email at work. And she said, I want to have a love like it seems you have with your wife and daughters. Liar, NK. It's not fair. It wasn't fair to me in the first place. It wasn't fair to her in the first place. It wasn't fair to any of us in the first place, Kessinger told investigators, referring to Watts's lies. No, you should have stayed away from a married man, homewrecker. And people want to, there's certain people that want to say, well, she didn't, wasn't her fault. No, contrary to what you may believe, it wasn't her fault, but that family would still be alive if she would have just stayed the hell away from him. And that I'm 99.9999% sure that, yes, Shanann and the girls would not have been killed at that time. And they were talking about getting a separation. They already were doing it. So what's so confusing to me is Shanann had even told a hairdresser, she was excited about becoming single again. They were talking about getting separated. They were going to try to work it out. But so if that was going to happen anyways, then why murder them, Exactly, figure skating coach. Yeah, Andrew, absolutely, A. Andrews. She was. And people that don't want to believe it, fine. But it makes so much sense that she was right there along with him. He couldn't have gone through it by himself unless they, meaning maybe her dad or that Jim or whoever, put him under some kind of a hypnotic spell to make him do this. Either that or she was there to help. He could not have gone through killing your children twice. Like, come on. No. Seeing their little faces and no. Oh, you right here, honey. Here, Joy. I'll show you a picture of her. Let me turn this off so you can see it better. Can you see that? That's one picture of her. Oh, here's another one. Let me see. This one, she looks terrible, but here's another one of the happy couple. I just don't get it. Out of how many men there are in the world, you guys, why women have to take ones that are, taken. Look at. Mm. What did Angel say? Yeah, that's her, Joy. She's just, she's all about. Oh, and then, she went to the freaking the sand dunes with him and, did everything he wanted to do. Oh, there's her giving him a big smooch. And there's a video of her, talking to Chris. Hold on. Let me finish this and I'll show you some more. Annie, actually, she was there to help. All right. You just have to listen to everything and put the pieces together. He hints at times himself with fully telling on her, not to mention all the phone stuff. Yes. Just, deleting everything for what? Oh, I was just mad at him. I was just mad at him because he lied that his wife was pregnant. So I just deleted all of our conversation. Bullshit. Who does that? What woman does that? Wouldn't a woman, if you knew, the guy you were seeing had a wife and children and they lived together, and then you found out he was lying that she was pregnant, that he didn't tell you, and then you find out the family's missing. So you're just going to go off and delete all of this stuff. If you were going to go talk to the police, why would you not have saved that? Why wouldn't you save all your messages so you could show the police, hey, this is what he was saying. This is what I was saying. She's a liar. How can this not be a violation of Son of Sam law? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm wondering because I bought that book. It's so weird. My eyebrows, you guys, they're not, but they look crooked right now. It's so weird. This one looks higher than that one. Look. If I deleted right after learning he killed his family, I would delete it all because I'm guilty. Yes. Joy. Yeah, the work emails got turned over, but they were nothing like what was in the phones, It's weird how men cheat and they are never prettier than the wife. I will never understand. Because you know what, Angel? More times than not, the man isn't actually cheating for sex. I mean, it appears that it's for the sex, but it's really not for just the sex. They've done studies on this. So the woman that he's cheating with is giving him something else that the wife is not. Either, like NK. I'm not giving her props. I think she's a home wrecking skank who should be held accountable because she was involved somehow, and I hope to God it comes out. But the thing is I think who would do that? Not anyone innocent. Plus the phone ping and that. Yeah, and she was right by there. Yep. He allowed them to be sacrificed in every sense of the word. I wonder what NK. I believe so. In cults, I believe that. Right, Mark? They couldn't remember anything. Yeah. Especially, I don't know. It's like they were so little. Oh my God. She was such a freaking phony ass. Yeah, when he was up at that over at Nate's and he was like this. It's like It's like he might as well just have the handcuffs slapped on him then. But her dad is very powerful, and I think he had something to do with her being left alone. I really do. Right, boss. That's one thing. Yeah. Um, I believe, yeah. Well, NK, she was talking about threesomes. I mean, she let him do whatever the hell he wanted, and then she wanted to do more. Why was she looking up all of that stuff? She was trying to find ways to get her hooks into him and to just keep him right there, and she knew sex would do it. I mean, come on, she knew he was a married man with 2 little girls, a pregnant wife. I mean, oh, he would be easy to lure away with sex, right? He didn't come up with this idea by himself. He didn't. And he didn't do it by himself. Okay, let me get back to okay. After a long conversation with his father, Ronnie, Watts admitted to killing his wife, but initially claimed that Shanann had killed the girls because he had told her he wanted to end their marriage. Watts has claimed that he murdered his family so he could be free with his mistress, Nicole Kessinger. She was placed in witness protection. She claimed that Watts had told her his marriage was over and did not mention his daughters or the fact that his wife was pregnant with their 3rd child. And then she went on to say, it's not fair. It's like, I mean, I gave him booty. She's so disgusting. Kessinger was adamant that she never would have pursued a relationship or even agreed to date Watts had she known he was still with his wife. Bullshit. Bullshit. You went to his house. Come on. Kessinger was adamant. Okay. It's like, okay, this is her quote. It's like, I'm going to wake up every day and know that, like, his mom and her unborn child and these 2 little girls are not around anymore. And it breaks my heart, end quote. A tearful Kessinger said. Tearful? When was she ever tearful? Come on. She also worried about what would happen to her once she was revealed to be the other woman. My name is about to be like slandered for probably a while. I don't know how long it's going to take to heal, but I would not be surprised if it's going to be hard to go into public sometimes for a couple of years, she explained. Investigators examined the phone of Kessinger and found searches for sexual videos and positions and hours worth of searches for Shanann Watts. After the murders, police say Kessinger searched for can cops trace text messages and made multiple searches for Amber Fry, the mistress of convicted murderer Scott Peterson. She searched whether people hate Amber Fry and researched Fry's subsequent book deal. Kessinger told investigators she had deleted texts and photos from her phone that Watts had sent to her. Kessinger said that she didn't believe the affair was the catalyst for the murders, but it may have accelerated the process. Okay. She told them that money is the biggest catalyst for this event happening. And Chris Watts, this is, so Chris Watts writes this letter, April 23rd, 2019, to Sherilyn. This was back in April, you guys. Hello again, dear Sherilyn. Hello again. I hope you are doing well. It has been awesome talking with you on the phone, but I know the 15-minute time frame is a pain. Sometimes I can get right back on the phone, but right now there are other inmates that like to be on the phone as much as I do. So I respect their time as well. How's your dad doing? I've been praying on that every day. Yes, that petition really blew my mind that people really want to make me suffer like that. Excuse me? Suffer? What do you mean suffer? Because they're wanting to stop you from being able to have your letters in a book? That's suffering? Come on. I'm going to wear this here. Look at you guys. I have been totally scrubbing out today. Look at me. I love it. I'm so comfy. I've been in this scrubby outfit all day. Just my little slippers. I love this sweatshirt. I never wear it, but around the house, it's really comfortable. All right. So then it says, where's his letter? Let me go back. Okay. So he says, yes, that petition really blew my mind, that people really want to make me suffer like that. Even if they did ever take my pictures. Oh, he was talking about the pictures in his jail cell, remember? Even if they did ever take my pictures, they can't take my memories. An inmate from another institution wrote me about that subject and said, if they take your pictures, they would need to take the pictures from the other 500 to 600 people that have their family pictures up on their cell convicted of the same act. Do I feel like I should be incarcerated? Listen to this, you guys. I think he's trying to set something up so he can get out someday. Do I feel like I should be incarcerated for the act I committed? I most definitely think so. Do I imagine myself ever doing anything like this or be a danger to society? I most definitely think not, capital N-O-T, exclamation point. If I were to ever be released, I know I would go straight to a ministry and start going to jails, prisons, and help inmates. If God led me to be ordained, I would go that route as well. Possibly even be a chaplain. Maybe the laws will change one day. My attorney team could see I was different and knew that this was a one-time occurrence for me. It's not like you just did a drug one time, dude. You murdered your family. Oh, it's just a one-time occurrence. Come on. Like, it was just a one-time occurrence. I just don't see him talking that way. My attorney team could say, okay, they told me that in Europe, the law is I would serve 20 years or so for homicide. And in California, after 25 years of imprisonment on a life sentence, you can be released if you've had good behavior. So there's hope for everyone to live outside prison walls. I know physically I'm behind these walls, but my spirit is free, capital F-R-E-E, with Christ. If God keeps putting it on your heart that there is more to the story than what I told the FBI has, you're correct. I don't like saying stuff like that over the phone because I'm never certain when they screen my calls. I know I already told you the vision I had before August 13th when I was laying in bed and all the lights were on in the loft and downstairs. and I felt so alone. That's exactly what happened April 14th when I was lying in bed. I don't know if you want this in the book or if God does, but here are the things I left out. Okay, and then he goes in to tell oh, August 12th, when I finished putting the girls to bed, I walked away and said, that's the last time I'm going to be tucking my babies in. I knew what was going to happen the day before, and I did nothing to stop it. I was numb to the entire world. I had literally taken my kids to a birthday party, played with water balloons, had an amazing time, sang songs all the way home, gave them a bath, a shower, ate dinner, read bedtime stories, and sang bedtime songs. And still nothing registered. When Shanann had to be somewhere, I always enjoyed taking the girls places or playing outside because it was our opportunity to bond. And still, the night before, I couldn't stop myself from what I knew would occur the next morning. And then that's when he goes into the story about what happened. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just, ha, I knew my daughter had my other key. He needs castration. In his second confession, Coder said that exactly to him about it was a one-time thing for him. He just regurgitates and repeats by embellishing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you guys, I believe it as well. I don't believe that Chris Watts, if he ever got out, I don't believe he would ever do that again. I don't. Um, Something happened. He was either, like I said, somebody gave him something, somebody hypnotized him, put him in a, like some kind of a cultish thing, or I don't know, but I don't think he just willingly did this out of the blue because he wanted to be with a woman. I just don't buy it. Um, he doesn't have a thought of his own. That's why, do you guys see him writing all of this? I don't see him using these words. I don't. I don't see him doing that at all. Um, um, okay, so what do you guys, so I guess the book that I ordered is supposed to be out. It's supposed to be being mailed out. I guess when it was ready to be mailed out, and they've finished printing everything. They took the money out, but they took the money out for mine right away. So I don't know if that was because I used my debit card. Because I guess if you used PayPal, then they were just gonna take it out when the book was ready. Michelle, that would make sense. Wiccan. Angel, yeah, exact right. I think that could be. Um, Brenda. Oh, AJ. I didn't even know AJ was here. So I have one more hashtag Dirty Nikki. Ew. So what do you guys think his new name is? Her new name is? Nasty Knickers. That's funny. This case has just gotten way, it's just gotten way too out of control. A. Andrews, do you still subscribe to Mary? Or are you her in her Patreon? Angel, you think it's Illuminati? No, well, Angel, Chris didn't write the book, but he okayed this Christian woman to come and meet with him and let her write about it. She's Ho Kessinger. She really is. Look at all the other guys who are out there. And Jim just happened to be coming there, you guys. Jim just happened to be staying at her place, right when all this was happening. And remember, she talked about threesomes. I literally, like, am wondering if they had a threesome. Think about it. She's the kind of girl who would be, love to be the center of attention between two guys. And she talked about having a threesome. You know what I mean? She talked about having a threesome with him. So they probably did. And maybe all three of them came up with the idea. Or Jim gave them the idea and they did it, Yeah, Trudy. Just more lies. Did you hear it? I didn't. He doesn't speak that way. He doesn't, just the third lie, Oh, Angelina, hi. Mary's just doing her Patreon thing, I guess. I think she must have gotten a strike or something because she hasn't been going live at all. So, Pornhub knows. Maybe it was Jim's phone. She called it 606 from, yeah, why would she? I want to see if I can find something I was going to show you guys. Let me see. Where did I send it? Oh, to my email, I think. Maybe the threesome was Trent Bolt. Ew. Ew. Can you imagine? Trudy, I'm sorry. Were you talking about the Chris Watts story? The story that he's given? Is that what you're talking about? More lies? Oh, okay. Let me look what I was going to look at. No, I want to see. Okay, that's that. Wait. What? You guys. Oh, dang it. I was going to try to see if I could share this. What those lips could do. I've never been in her Patreon. No way I could afford that monthly bill. I agree with you that she has gotten way off track with things. I agreed in the beginning to the news. Didn't she call you a troll once? I think she called you a troll one time. I want to show you guys. Let me see if I can do it with this Thrive video. I'm really trying to learn how to share the screen, Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, backdoor man. Ooh, Chris. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, let me check this. Let me check this out. See if I can do this. Hold up. Don't go anywhere. I'm right here, guys. Don't be afraid. I'm just kidding. Don't be afraid. Okay, why can't I get it on two? Okay, so no, I want to go. Hold on. Okay, right there. Hold on, I'm here. Hold up. Here I am. See? Hi. Hi. Okay. So it's right here. Okay. See if I can pull that up. All right. Let me see. I have to learn how to do this screen share, you guys. No, don't. Because if I can learn how to do the screen share, then we can do more stuff in here. We can read together and stuff. Okay, so if I pull this up and do. Okay. Hold on. No, hold on. Is it this one? Okay, let me see if I. Okay. Oh, can you guys see? Oh, application window. There it is. Go to application window. Okay. I don't know how this. Can you guys see it? I think I got it. Can you see it? It's not letting me. Hold on. I'm trying to practice something here. I'm trying to practice something here, you guys. Okay. How do I scroll down? Here's a video. Okay, here.
Have you heard about Thrive? It's a question asked 1,000 times a day. The Thrive 8-week experience has become the fastest growing health and wellness movement in North America. Over 10 million people have started the experience, and anywhere from 10 to 15,000 experience orders ship out every day. Why is this 6-letter word, THRIVE, turned into a phenomenon? Because it's simple. 1. Take 2 Thrive premium lifestyle capsules on an empty stomach as soon as you eat in the 4 in the morning. 2. 20 minutes later, drink the Thrive Ultra Micronized Lifestyle Mix. 3. Apply patented DFT dermal fusion technology to clean dry skin. That's it. You're all done. And now you're set to thrive for the day. Because it's innovative, we all have nutritional gaps. No matter how well we eat on it, we simply can't get the body everything it needs from a nutritional standpoint. That's why Thrive was formulated to supplement your diet and lifestyle. Once you complete your simple 5 key steps in the morning, you can introduce 3 different Thrive formulas synergistically work as one. Feeding your body with 100 premium great vitamins, minerals, plant extracts, digestive enzymes, probiotics, antioxidants, protein, fiber, and more. Premium great nutrition helps fill in your body's nutritional gaps. The result is mental clarity, energy, aches and discomforts, joint support, immune support, memory management, and more. Because it flat out works. Check out what just a few factors are saying about their Thrive experience. I couldn't believe how great that I was feeling from it. I noticed a huge difference. A huge difference. And I don't think I needed it. I'm down 73 pounds. I'm at my high school graduation week. I was more patient with my kids, sleeping better, really loving life.
Oh, it sounds just.
In my 20s, early 20s.
It sounds distorted. Maybe it's too loud. Is that better?
Find out how to get your Thrive experience points for free by referring to the experience with you.
Now there's no audio.
Thrive experience with others as a lapel brand owner. The decision to take the Thrive experience or share the experience with others is all up to you. Just start your Thrive experience.
Why? Okay, so did you hear it at first? Did you guys hear it in the beginning? Or no? Well, I was trying to figure out. Okay, hold on. Let's try the, Hi, little bit. Exactly. I agree. Okay, tell me right now what you hear now. Let me see.
God did create our bodies to be.
Do you hear this?
Strong, vibrant, active, and happy. A lot of supplements, but I couldn't honestly tell you what supplement was helping me and what was working and what wasn't. We have 3 boys. I've got one in high school, one in middle school, and one in grade school. My life is bananas. Someone told me one time, if you want to be successful, do something you love. That is what this is all about. You don't need to make people feel good forever. I said, well, don't worry, look at them. They're so happy. You know, I'm skeptical of the fact that it's so simple.
You can hear it?
There's 3 steps. I mean, I don't know. We also never heard anyone rave about their nutritional supplement before. You know, it's time to start taking them. So, you know, just overweight, unhappy with the way it's looking, your energy levels were all wrong.
Okay, well, I'll stop. I was just trying to test it out. You can hear it? I was just trying to test it out and see how it worked, you guys, because I've never screen shared before. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna try this. So yeah, I'm trying to figure things out. When I get off of here, I got to try to see if Space Monster can help me go in and figure out how to turn off super chats because I still don't know how to do that. Here, I'm gonna put in my Lavelle website in case anybody wants to order. If you have any questions, you can message me. I can't even see. Is that a comma or a period? I think it's a I'm so blind. But it works amazing. And if you're interested, just go ahead and order. Just order the Thrive 123. And do it on auto ship so you can save 25% and you won't regret it. All right, let me scroll down. So what are your guys's thoughts on this book coming out? And do you believe who believes what he's saying now? Good night, Annie. Who believes that he's being honest now? This story that he's telling now, you guys, doesn't it sound like he's trying to make it sound as evil as he can? Yes, honey. And it's also in my about me section, sweetheart. Oh yeah, they stay on amazing. Actually, they stay on so good that, I mean, I've gone in a hot tub with them on and they don't come off. But when you take them off, sometimes it'll leave a little residue. So you have to, I use rubbing alcohol to get it off with a cotton ball or a cotton pad. I'll use to get it off. How does Thrive affect the heart when you have 2 arrhythmias? Angelina, I don't know. I know Shanann said she had lupus and she was taking Thrive and she got she felt much better, but I don't know. Like, you would have to ask your doctor about it. Brenda, that's true. Like, we don't know. This has gotten so crazy. We don't know what's what anymore with this story, do we? We have no idea what the truth is. I mean, and this sounds ridiculous, but I've even thought to myself, like, you guys, would that be crazy if, like, this was just, I know it's not true, but what if people were doing acting? What if it was all just a big movie or something? You know, I don't even know what to believe anymore with what's been going on. It's just this case, you've never seen anything like this. So yeah, I don't know. So I went down to the library today and I got another book they had in for me, The Plot to Hack America. I'm going to be reading this. But I also got some really cute little bookmarks, you guys. I mean, all kinds of bookmarks. They were like, yeah, go ahead, take them. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of cute little bookmarks. Look at all these. I love bookmarks. Yes, they know nothing. I am a doctor and pharmacist too. I was just wondering. No, they don't give us a script, you guys. There's so many misconceptions about Lavelle. Go onto my website, Angelina, and read what it says about it, and you should get your answer in there. But I can't tell you, oh, you're fine to take it, because I'm not a doctor, but it's pretty much, it's just probiotics, you know, caffeine in the capsules, and then vitamins and stuff. So, but there is white willow bark and stuff like that. Yeah, Brenda, something. Mm-mm. Ooh, a little bit. I want to show you guys for Joy, who hasn't seen NK that much. I want to find something really quick. There's some pictures of her well, she's pretty dark, you know? She's pretty dark. Yeah, for you, honey. Oh. Well, it's not like the caffeine like that's in coffee. It's green tea caffeine is, I mean, yeah, but I'm sure you're probably sensitive to it. These DFTs don't have caffeine in them, and neither do the shakes. It's just the capsules do. So you could do the shakes and these DFTs. Yeah, cinnamon, because I can't wait to start Thrive. I just have to convince. Well, think about it this way. If you buy one coffee a day, that's like paying for your Thrive. Because that's what it pretty much costs. $5 a day for 80 something like that. Well, and then shipping and handling. But okay, let me find some photos here. So this is for Joy, who hasn't seen oh my gosh, there's support for Nicole Kessinger. Ugh. Gross. I mean, she's just a dirty, rotten homewrecker. Oh, here's some. I was trying to find the dark photos of her. Oh, here's some lovely pictures of her. Yes, Angelina. Yep. There's a support Nicole Kessinger Facebook page, I think. What's it say? Wait, Nicole Kessinger update. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. It says Nicole Kessinger. Nicole, people have been like trying to find so much information on her. Well, there was a petition, investigate Nicole Kessinger. Where'd it go? Nicole, support for Nicole Kessinger. Here it is. No, I don't. Okay. This is what support for Nicole Kessinger's Facebook group appears to be open to the public. Have you visited? If so, then do you think it's a wind-up? This group is made by someone from the Chris Watts troll group on Facebook. Most definitely a one. I'm looking to see what it says. View all 33 comments. So this is what it says. It says, I'm just throwing this out there, and if I'm wrong, someone please correct me. The police didn't have to release anything on NK. Those Google searches couldn't have been the only thing she searched. They were released to the media for a reason. I guess they were related to the case, but combined with her interviews, they really only made NK look disingenuous. She barely admitted they were intimate. LE found out the truth through her texts and giggling, leaving it. Remember that weird freaking giggling message she left? Brenda? Yes. Yeah, the one where she's in like that little Halloween costume and she's got the long hair and she's like looking back. I know which one you're talking about. Did she know what was going to be released about her? From the way she was spinning things at the interview, no way. Maybe she thought if she went to the police first, she could spin the narrative and they wouldn't look too deep into her and her phone, which is fair enough. She hadn't committed a crime and was afraid of the mistress label because of the implications, LOL. But to me, she went to the police for her own benefit, not for the lives lost. She went to the police before Chris's half-assed admission. I'm too lazy to check exact dates at the moment. He must have sounded different the hours they talked on the 13th for her to start questioning his stories. She totally believed the baby wasn't his. Also, has anyone else read that her dad owned the company and is now selling? He can't be Anadarko's CEO, but apparently she was the boss's daughter at work. I guess it wouldn't matter either way. No real sources have confirmed that. Do I sound like a rambling crazy person? LOL, you can say yes. Okay, yeah, supposedly her dad was the boss. Hi, Chirping. You're not paying attention. That giggle was weird. Hi, Hot Pink. I think I've figured out your hands hurting like feel like it's RA. It's low magnesium. Let me take another 250 milligrams today and tell you if it's calmed down 100%. Okay, honey. Yeah, nose, boobs. Who knows? She might just get a whole new identity, you guys. I'm not kidding. She a little bit, yes. And who was it? Somebody said, I think it might have, I'm not going to say the name, but this person said, do you think she would have gone to the police? And she's not guilty. She's just guilty of sleeping with a married man. No, that's not all she's guilty of. Because you know what? Again, studying private investigating, guess what? And common sense, if you've watched any crime shows or, cop shows, people insert themselves into investigations. People insert themselves so they don't look guilty, and also to know what the police know, what the investigators know. So absolutely she would contact the FBI if she knew Chris was being looked at. I mean, she wanted to get ahead of it. Like, why did she? Yeah, her dad's a bigwig in the oil company with lots of money. So, and another thing is, I think it was Operation Z. He had done some research and found out that NK was living in Wisconsin now, or this is what he said, okay? NK was living in Wisconsin now. Well, guess who else lives in Wisconsin? I guess Jim, I think, lives in Wisconsin. Well, the house that she's living at, or the address that her father has, is a house, but it's not owned by him. But it's like listed that he and his wife live there, but it's NK's house or something like that. It's so weird. I type and hit send and they disappear. The only other, I only have, well, let's see. I have 3 mods, but 2 of them haven't been here at all tonight. One of them have, but I don't see her anymore. I think other people have had that issue. Try to do it again. I see your comment, A. Andrews. A. Andrews. She went to Aurora. Are you talking about NK? They are big in Bohemian Grove too, which is creepy. Joy. Yes. And why do you think? So they can go see him. And they've probably, you know, they could be going to see him, NK and her dad and Jim, any of them. And the police could just be keeping it hush hush. Like the father could have a deal with the jail, and say, hey, nobody finds out about this. No, NK, because I looked up her, I did a little research, but I looked up her, what's that site called that you can, you can put a profile and stuff to get jobs? It starts with an I. Do you guys remember the name? Okay, so there was some comments in this. A person responded to what I was reading. You should listen to NK's first interview with the authorities, dated August 15th. It's recorded the same day, but prior to his confession. LinkedIn, yes. It starts with an L. I'm not sure where you're getting that she barely admitted they were intimate. The only time I really saw her downplaying the intimacy is when she said she wasn't in love with Chris, but he was with her, which obviously contradicts what she had told Chris. Do you have any examples? If you're talking about her news interview, I actually haven't listened to that yet, but I believe I have listened to or read all of her interactions with the police, FBI. She knew information was going to be released, likely not to the extent, but she was aware. She's mentioned it several times in different interviews and text conversations, asked for advice about it, mentioned how her words were inevitably going to be picked apart, concerned her nudes would make it to the press, and said that she would let the FBI detective know what her future plans were only if it wasn't recorded in any way. I can understand her hesitance in releasing all of her phone info, raunchy stuff notwithstanding, but she ultimately did anyway. So that can't really be held against her. She was always willing to share what she could. No, she said, I can't remember my password. Well, it's easy. You just get a new password. So she made them really have to go and try to, you know, yeah. She just failed in conceptualizing the extent of what they wanted and had to repeatedly adjust her boundaries. Generic log, phone log, chat log, text conversations. All my friends too. Here's me licking my boobs. Every keystroke ever. She went to the police before it was discovered. Shanann and the children had been murdered. They were still missing at that point, and NK thought perhaps she could give some insight and perspective. She specifically states in her first interview that she's there because of the three of them and out of her concern for them. No one knew yet if NK was relevant or inconsequential. And she came forward just in case something bad did happen, not just in case she was discovered as the secret lover. Chris didn't sound peculiar or off to NK on the 13th. He seemed concerned, but she believed and was led to believe that Shanann just needed some space. Alarm bells didn't ring for her until the 14th when Shanann and the girls were still missing. Then she found out via the news that Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant as well. This pissed her off, but also caused her to start seriously doubting the reality Chris presented her. It was only in retrospect, picking her brain for clues, that she could identify recent suspicious behavior. Creepy midnight FaceTime where he just stared at her in silence equals not normal. She never believed the baby wasn't his. She only found out about the pregnancy the day after Shanann went missing on the news. NK was rightfully like, WTF, but Chris kept vehemently denying it was his. She kept asking, and then he finally admitted it was. Chris also told NK that Shanann told him it wasn't his during their supposed emotional Monday morning conversation. But he also told NK that he believed Shanann only said it out of spite and that she wasn't actually having an affair. NK naturally pointed out the contradiction of Chris denying the baby was his, yet claiming Shanann had never been unfaithful. No, as much as I always defended her here, I don't think it's entirely, how to put this, normal to get so engaged in a case of someone I don't even know. She's not a celebrity, but a witness in a very sad case, and she doesn't need haters or supporters, but to be left in peace. I did see this rumor on Facebook group post. Obviously, none of us know. But didn't she say that they were having sex every day, multiple times per day? If they were having sex every day, there's a good chance she would have got pregnant unless they were using condoms or her on birth control. I honestly don't see them using condoms, just the vibe I get, not sure about birth control. Unfortunately, even if she was pregnant, I can't imagine she would continue the pregnancy. That's one of those really tough choices when it comes to abortion. Okay, so seems fake to me, like in support of her, but a really page to mock her. I think what we might find out, NK got pregnant. I really do. And I call bullshit that she didn't know Shanann was pregnant because she used to look at Shanann's Facebook. Come on. Ugh. How would she not know she's pregnant? Shanann posted pregnant every week, this 14 weeks pregnant, 15 weeks pregnant. She doesn't, Angelina. Oops, sorry, guys. Yeah, because Chris can't explain. He can't explain why he couldn't stop it. He can't explain why he started feeling these things. He couldn't explain. He felt like there was something holding his hands there. Come on. I don't know, you guys. It's crazy. I can't wait to read this book. I have a lot of books to read. Hi, Go Sooners. Yeah, Brenda. She had to. I mean, she had to have. And I think her and Chris figured out they had to do this because she was pregnant. Exactly, Hurricane Holly. But why didn't they? Why? Why did they not have her take a lie detector? And why was Jim not brought in? You know, where's that interview? No, it wouldn't have been our government that did mind control. Like it would have been I can't say because, you know, whatever, but there's a lot of things that are missing. People that weren't interviewed and stuff. There's some weird stuff going on with this case. I don't know. Like I'm just like ay ay ay. I was gonna look up something else. Oh. So who on here likes Critical K? Does anybody in here like Critical K? I have to say, when it comes to Critical K, because her dad ran the interview. Oh yeah, her dad told that investigator that oh, you're leading. Why was that? Why was he even allowed to be in there anyways? And call the shots. That's what I want to know. And people don't seem to understand that there are people who do have control over some police and some FBI agents, you know. Good night, A. Andrews. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I mean, we see it in our people that are in governmental positions as well. And by first name, yeah, yep. I wonder why my there was the volume sounded weird. I am going to end up getting myself a new computer because I want to. Because I want to start being able to do really cool stuff, you know. I want to be cool, you guys. I'm just kidding. Or there's a song. Wait, I was thinking is it already 12 o'clock? Well, I'm going to go. I have not been on here 2 hours. Are you kidding me right now? Ugh. All right. Well, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to get going. I have tomorrow off and then back to work. I think I'm going to read. Oh, some of my good shows are on tonight. Well, you guys remember there's that show Neighborhood. You got to watch it. It's a comedy. You just got here? Not well, we've been on 2 hours and 10 minutes, sweetie. You've been on here a while. Good night, Brenda. I have spoke to a lot of law enforcement about this case, and they say there is more to the case. Yep, absolutely. Joy, that's all there is out right now. That was an article, but I'm waiting for my book to show up that I ordered, and then we'll have some fun. But just remember, there's going to be, you know, it's not enjoyable to read. It's not enjoyable to read this stuff, but it's new information that's coming out. And I always said that I'm not going to really talk much about the case unless there's new stuff that's coming out. And there is. So I'm going to talk about it. I find it suspicious that you always leave before midnight. Well, because by the time it's midnight, dear, I've been on 2 hours. You needed group therapy tonight. Aw, Holly, thanks for coming on, honey. Oh, you just woke up? Well, I'm going to bed pretty soon. I'm going to go put on my pajamas, cuddle up with my doggy, and put on a show or read. Hi, Krabby Girl. AHS. Well, thanks for stopping in to say hi. Did you mod with CK? No, I never was a mod with CK. No. Mr. Two Bells. Hold on, wait. What's AHS? Oh, can't be this season. It gets my mind up. Good night, Luann. I can't wait for you to get your Thrive. I saw that you were able to get it on auto ship. Did you send them? Did you contact them? Hot Pink, she is. She's my little snuggle baby. She's waiting in there for me right now. East Coasters are such internet party poopers. I've been on 2 hours and 11 minutes and 31 seconds, so you can't say that about me. I don't know nothing about it, but find it intriguing. Sending lots of love and hugs. Oh, thank you, Joy. Thank you. You know, I'm really sad because Inner Peas made a comment. The Inner Peas has been here for a while. And there was a comment last night, and it just said, not the channel for me. And I'm like, oh, I just said, I'm sorry, but I need to go back and look at the live from last night. Was it last night? Yeah, I think so. And see what happened, because Inner Peas has been here for a little bit. Maybe it was something political. Maybe it was something political. All right, you guys. I got to go get my beauty sleep. Lord knows. Oh my gosh. What's the date tomorrow? The 3rd? Yeah, go Sooners. That's what I just said. Yep, it might be. But, you know, I'm not going to. I wouldn't. Never mind. It's okay. I mean, I don't talk about politics all the time. That's not like the drive for my channel. Sometimes it comes up, but I'm not going to not like somebody because a little bit. Yeah. Trump 2020, baby. And really, you're just going to stop watching me? I'm not the channel for you because sometimes I feel I talk about it like Joy it is. That's funny. Right when I said that, it could be political. You guys knew it too. Like, that's sad. That's really sad that happens. So you really enjoyed me until my political view. I mean, that just hurts me. That makes me sad. But little bit, me too, honey. Me too. Yeah, well, we did trash Hillary. Hillary's bad. I mean, even people that don't like Trump don't like Hillary too, a lot of them. She's terrible. Well, we'll still have fun. I'll miss Inner Peas. I enjoyed having them here, but you know, it's okay. I mean, hey, exactly. Exactly, Hurricane Holly. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go. You guys have sweet dreams. God bless. And I will see you soon. Flat out leave because of Trump. Yeah. Maybe the next time I see you, I'll be 51. No, just kidding. Okay. You guys, I think I'm going to go through a mental breakdown. Okay. Mwah! Love you guys. Have a great night. God bless. Have a good day tomorrow. Okay. Bye.